I shall forever spit fire poetry for all of eternity, infinity. I lean to you, numb as a fossil. Tell me I'm here. I am terrified by this dark thing that sleeps in me. Eternity bores me. I never wanted it. What did my fingers do before they held him? What did my heart do with its love? But I wonder, would rather be horizontal. I am not a tree with my root in the soil, sucking up minerals and motherly love, so that each March 1st I may gleam into a leaf. Nor am I the beauty of a garden bed, attracting my share of ahs and spectacularly painted, unknown. I must soon unpetal, compared with me. A tree is immortal, and a leaf flower head, not tall but more startling, and I want the one's longevity and the others staring. I am too pure for you or anyone. I have stitched life into me like a rare organ, a backyard backward. We traveled to reclaim the day before we fell like Icarus undone. All we find are altars in decay and profane, a worse scrawled black across the sun, a mother of otherness. Eat me. I am silver and exact. I have no preconceptions. Whatever I see, I swallow immediately, just as it is, misted by love or dislike. I am not cruel, only truthful. The eye of the little god, four-cornered. Most of the time, I meditate on the opposite wall. It is pink with speckles. I have looked at it so long. I think it is a part of my heart, but it flickers. Faces in darkness separate us over and over. Now I am a lake. A woman bends over me, searching my reaches for what she really is. Then she turns to those liars, the candles or the moon. I see her back and reflect it faithfully. She rewards me with tears and then agitation of hands. I am important to her. She comes and goes. Each morning it is her face that replaces the darkness. And me she has drowned. A young girl and me, an old woman rises toward her day after day like terrible fish. If you pluck out my heart to find what makes it move, you'll halt the clock that syncopates our love. Stars open among lilies. Are you not blinded by such expressionless sirens? This is the silence of astounded souls. We shall board our imagined ship and wildly sail among sacred islands of the mad till death shatters the fabulous stars and makes us real. I shall never get out of this. There are two of me now. This new absolutely and the old yellow one. I am by myself. That is not enough. The night sky is only a sort of carbon paper, blue black with the much poked periods of stars letting in the light. People after people, a bone white light like death behind all things. Ring ring ding 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 da bum bum the dawn. Ding dong. I hurl my heart to halt his pace. Not easy to state the change you made. If I'm alive now, I was dead. Bow like a stone. I'm bothered by it. Perfection is terrible. It cannot have children. Wind warns November done with the blown leaves. Make bat shapes web winged and furious. Worse even than your maddening song. Your silence I am made crudely for success. Wraps in a mess.
This evening, I feel it taking over. Got a devil on my shoulder. Has evil ideas, but I can't tell you no now.
Although I admit I desire occasionally some back talk from the mute sky, I can't honestly complain. A certain minor light may still learn incandescent out of kitchen table or chair, as if a celestial burning took possession of the most obtuse objects now and then. I am your office reached under his spoony blooms. We lie if you rhyme.
This evening, I feel him taking over. Got a devil on my shoulder. Has evil ideas, but I can't tell you no now.
If you dissect the bird to diagram the tongue, you'll cut a chord, articulate in song. In the mouth of red leaves, I climb to a bed of fire. In this particular tub, two knees jut up like icebergs, while minute brown hairs rise in arms and legs, and a fringe of kelp green soap navigates the tidal slosh of seas, breaking on legendary beaches. In faith, we shall aboard our imagined ship and wildly sail among sacred islands of the mad till death shatters the fabulous stars and makes us real. I'm collecting my strength, and one day I shall manage without her, and shall perish with emptiness then, and begin to miss me. It is a terrible thing to be so open. It is rapping, ending, spitting.
On my shoulder, there's evil ideas, but I can't tell them no now. The problem on my shoulder is sinking, it's teething. I feel them taking over. The devil on my shoulder, there's evil ideas, but I can't tell them no now.
It is a terrible thing to be so open. It is as if my heart put on a face and walked into the world. But oh my homunculus, I am ill. I have taken a pill to kill the thin, papery feeling. There is a charge for the iron on my scars. There is a charge for the hearing of my heart. It really goes. They mistake their star, these papery god folk. How long can I be a wall keeping the wind off? How long can I be Jacqueline the sun with the shade of my hand intercepting the blue bolts of a cold moon? The voice of loneliness, the voices of sorrow lap at my back and eloquently. How shall it soften them? This little lullaby rhyme until the end of time. I lullaby spoke in poetry rhyme. I am helpless as the sea at the end of her string. At the end of his string, I am restless and useless. I too create corpses. Water will run by rule. The actual sun will scrupulously rise and set. No little man lives in the exact moon, and that is that. Rap. Love set you going like a fat gold watch. The air is a mill of books, questions without answer. The air is a mill of hooks, questions without answer. Glittering and drunk as flies who kiss strings, stings unbearably in the field wombs of black air under pines in summer. I remember the dead smell of sun on wood cabins, the stiffness of sails and long salt, winding sheets. Once one has seen God, what is the remedy? Once one has been seized up without a part left over, not a toe, not a finger, and used utterly in the sun's conflagrations about the stains that lengthen from ancient cathedrals. What is the remedy? The pill of the communion tablet, the walking beside still water, memory are picking up the bright pieces of Christ in the faces of rodents, the tame flower, nibbler, the ones whose hopes are so low they are comfortable, the humpback in his small washed cottage under the spokes of the clematis, rapid of a static. Is there no great love? Only tenderness does the sea. Remember the walker upon it, meaning leaks from the molecules the chimneys of the city breathe. The window sweats, the children leap in their cots, the sun blooms. It is geranium, a uranium titanium. I have had my chances. I have tried and tried. I have stitched life into me like a rare organ and walked carefully, precariously like something rare. I have tried not to think too hard. I have tried to be natural. I have tried to be blind in love like other. Not blind in my bed, but with my dear blind sweet one, and not looking through the thick dark for the face of another. Is dying as an art, like everything else. I do it exceptionally well. I'm underneath their infinite wrap or spell. I do it so it feels like hell. I do it so it feels real. I guess you could say I have a call. It's easy enough to do it in a cell. It's easy enough to do it and stay put. It's theatrical. Frustrated, yes. Why? Because it is impossible for me to be God or the universal woman and man man or anything much. I am what I feel and think and do. I want to express my being as fully as I can because I somewhere picked up the idea that I could justify my being alive that way. The cat unsheathes its claws. The world turns. Above the world spins and it turns. Above the feathered eagle king, the tyrant feathered, defiant eagle king, defiant eagle feathered king is resurrected from my pet cemetery, my poetry pet cemetery. Your fate involves a dark assailant of the month of flowerings, finished but fruits and eaten or rotten. I am all mouth. October's the month for storage, but sheds fusty as a mummy's stomach, old tools, handles, and rusty tusks. I am at home here among the dead heads. Let me sit in a flower pot. The spiders won't notice. My heart is a stopped geranium. If only the wind would have my lungs alone. Dog's body noses. The petals they bloom upside down. They rattle like hydrangea bushes. Moldering heads console me. Nailed to the rafters yesterday. Inmates who don't hibernate. Wormy purple silver glaze. Addressing mule ears. Mouthy pelts, but green hardened. Their veins white as pork fat. Oh, the beauty of usage. But orange pumpkins have no eyes. These halls are full of men who think they are birds. Haven't you heard? This is a dull school. I am a root, a stone, an owl pellet without dreams of any sort. Mother, you are but one mouth. I would be a ton to mother of otherness. Eat me, waste paper, waste basket, a gaff gaper, a shadow of doorways. I said I must remember this. Being small, there were such enormous flowers, purple and red mouths, utterly lovely. The hoops of blackberry stems made me cry. Why? Only God knows why I rhyme all day and all night. Now they light me up like an electric bulb. For weeks I can't remember nothing at all. Better bet every fiber crack and fury make head, blood drenching vivid, a couch carpet floor, and the snake figured almanac vouching you are a million green counties from here, countries from here, than to sit mute twitching so under prickling stars with stare with curse, blackening the time, goodbyes are sad, trains that go, and I great magnanimous fool of us, wrenched from my one kingdom. What ceremonial words can pass to havoc on the stiff twig up there? Hunches a wet black rook, arranging and rearranging its feathers in the rain. I do not expect a miracle or an accident to set the sight on fire in my mind, nor seek any more in the desultory weather some design, but let spotted leaves fall as they fall, without ceremony or portent. I spit it, I rap it, never ending. Although I admit I desire occasionally some back talk from the mute sky, I can't honestly complain. A certain mere light may still lean incandescent. Spit and I rap it.
You don't have to fight alone. Get up your chest and say, I know he likes me. I know he likes me. I know he likes me.
One out of the kitchen table or chair, as if a celestial burden took possession of the most obtuse objects now and then, thus hollowing an interval otherwise inconsequent by bestowing largesse honor, one might say love. At any rate, I now walk wary, for it could happen even in this dull or ruinous landscape, skeptical yet poetic, ignorant, or whatever angel may choose to flare suddenly at my elbow. I only know that a rook order and its black feathers can so shine as to seize my senses, haul my eyelids up and grant a brief respite from fear of total neutrality with luck. Cluckety cluck cluck cluck, trekking stubborn through the season of fatigue. I shall pass together at content, infinite content. I spat of sorts. Miracles occur if you dare to call those spasmodic tricks of radiant miracles that waits begun again. The long wait for the angel, for the rare random descent, spat infinite content. A half.
fight alone. Get off your chest and say, I know he got me. I know he got me. I know he got me.
I borrow the stilts of an old tragedy, although it's quite clear all your beauty, all your wit is a gift, my dear, for me. I am terrified by this dark thing that sleeps in me. All day I feel its soft, feathery turns, its malignity clouds pass and disperse. Are those the faces of love, or those pale irretrievables? Is it for such an agitate of my heart? Well, one wearies of the public gardens. One wants a vacation where trees and clouds and animals pay no notice. Away from the labeled elms, the tame tea roses. Love is a parallax, wrapping a mess. My love for you is more athletic than a verb, agile as a star, the tense as sun, absorb, but adore. In life, a love gnawed my skin to this white bone. Or what love did then, love does now, gnaws me through. Out of the ash, I wear eyes with my red hair, and I eat men like air, bear.
You don't have to fight alone. Get off your chest and say, I know he got me. I know he got me. I know he got me. Oh.
I should never stop spitting poetry, I said, off the top of my head. I'm never not the Sunday lamb cracks in its fat, the fat sacrifices its opacity. A window wholly gold, the fire makes it precious. The same fire melting the tallow. Heretics, Austin, the Jews, their thick poles float over the cicatrix of Poland. Burnt out Germany, they do not die. Great birds obsess my heart. A mouth ashes eye, they settle on the high precipice that emptied one man into space. The others glowed like heaven's incandescent. It is a heart, this holocaust I walk in. Oh, golden child, the world will kill and eat. Wrap it in between, a sort of walking miracle. My skin bright as a Nazi, a lampshade on my foot, a paperweight. My face, a featureless fine Jew linen, peel off the napkin. Oh, my enemy, do I terrify the courage of a shut mouth in spite of artillery. The line pink and quiet, a worm basking. There are black discs behind the discs of outrage, and the outrage of the sky lined brain of it. The discs revolve. They ask to be heard, loaded as they are with accounts of bastardies. Only let down the veil. If it were death, I would admire the deep gravity of it. Its timeless eyes, I would know you were serious. There would be a nobility then. There would be a birthday and a knife, not carved, but enter pure and clean as the cry of a baby, and the universe slide from my side. I shall meditate upon normality. I shall meditate upon. He does not walk. He does not speak a word. He is still swallowed in white hands, but he is still pink and perfect. He smiles frequently. I have prepared his room with big roses. I have painted little hearts and everything. I do not will him to be exceptional. It is the exception that interests the devil. It is the exception that climbs the sorrowful hill or sits in the desert and hurts his mother's heart. I will him to be common, to love me as I love her, and to marry what she wants and where she will. I am silver and exact. I have no preconceptions. Whatever I see, I swallow immediately just as it is, missed by love or dislike. I do not want a plain box. I want a sarcophagus with tigery stripes and a face on it round as the moon to stare up. I want to be looking at them when they come. The kingdom come, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. The sheep now know where they are, browsing in their dirty wool clouds, gray as the weather, the black sloth depth of their pupils take me in. It is like being mailed into outer space, a thin, silly message. They stand about in grandmotherly disguise, all wig, curls, and yellow teeth in hard, marbly bass. Stars are dropping thick as stones among petals, pale as death, and leaves steadfast and shapeless. They sleep on, mouth to mouth. A white mist is going up the small green nostrils. Breathe, and they turn in their sleep. Ousted from the warm bed, we are a dream. They dream. Their eyelids keep the shade. No harm, no can't come to them. We cast our skins and slide into another time. Sharded and black little beetles, frail as antique. Earth and wear. One breath might shiver to bits. The old women creep out here. The sun on the rocks now kick a pop, a bop, bop, a bop. I mean a pop, pop, pop.
This is the life we chose. The life we chose. Your mama told me to just walk through the rain. It's all gonna be okay. This is the life we chose. The life we chose.
By a mad miracle, I go intact among the common route of frowning sidewalk street and bickering shops. Nobody blinks a lid, gapes, or cries that this raw flesh reeks of the butcher's cleaver is here. Heart and guts hung, hooked and bloodied as a cow's split frame, parceled out by a white-jacketed assassins. Can our dreams ever blur the intransigent lines which draw the shape that shuts us in? A bum bum the bend rhymes in the bop bop rhymes out rap bend the bend the pin bend but then the ding dong ba bomb bomb. We are not what we might be, what we are, outlaws, all extrapolation beyond the interval of now and here. White whales are gone with the white ocean wrapping their ending of commotion.
This is the life we chose. The life we chose. Your mama told me to just walk through the rain. It's all gonna be okay. This is the life we chose. The life we chose.
Approaching this cottage by a crooked detour, he hears the gruff knocking of the wolf at the door. His wife and his children hang. The riddle is shot. There's a hex on the cradle and death in the pot. I'm smoking this pot. How much pot could a pot cook if a pot cook pot? Pop, 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 pop. What I want back is what I was before the bed, before the night, before the brow rooch pin and the self fixed me in a parenthesis. Horses fluent in the wind, a place, a time gone out of mind. There's a spit in rhymes until the end of time. How she longed for winter then, scrumptiously, a steer, and his order of white and black ice and rock, bop, bop, bop.
The life we chose. This is the life we chose. The life we chose. Your mama told me to just walk through the rain. It's all gonna be okay.